Welcome to the 53rd Annual Commencement Ceremony, honoring the graduating class of 2023. I ask the audience to remain seated as our seniors proceed onto the auditorium, so everyone can see and take pictures as they wish. Please silence your electronic devices. Please rise as we are led in the Pledge of Allegiance by our senior co-president, Nathan Laird, and I would ask that you remain standing while our senior chorus performs the Star-Spangled Banner. They did it. Flag. justice for all. I would like to briefly introduce the people on stage. To my right, board members Ms. Altman, Ms. Wilkes, Mr. Dorr, Mr. Miller, and Mr. Murphy. Also Ms. Shadler, Director of Innovation and Professional Development, Ms. Eldridge, Director of Special Programs and Services, and Ms. Benzer, our elementary school assistant principal. And behind me, we have Mr. Gangster, our superintendent, Mr. Giancurcio, our secondary assistant principal, Mr. Hamelink, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Van Laken, our secondary dean of students, Mr. Lombardi, Director of Health, Physical Education, Athletics, and Nursing, of course myself, Mr. Barassi, the middle school, high school principal. I would also like to recognize and give a round of applause to the many staff members that are here today. They have been an important part of this class's success. Thank you for everything you've done. And of course, the people that we were really here to see today, this year's class of 2023. Before we begin today's program, I would like to thank Ms. Hannix, the class advisor, Ms. Hart and Mr. Knapp, our senior class co-advisors, Ms. Ogla Adams, the high school secretary, and our buildings and grounds crew. All these people have put forth a great deal of time and effort to plan and set up our graduation ceremony. Without their assistance, this program would not have been possible. My sincere thanks to each and every one of you. Many things going to making a senior year successful. A big part of that success this year was the superb leadership of the class representatives. Our welcome address will be given by one of those leaders, the class co-president, Mary Givens.
Good evening. My name is Mary Givens, and I'm honored to stand before all of you tonight as co-president of the Midlakes class of 2023. Before I begin, I wanted to extend my gratitude on behalf of our entire senior class to all of the friends, family, faculty, Board of Education, and administration who are with us tonight as we celebrate this momentous achievement. Like many other students, I am astonished and thrilled that the day has finally arrived where we all get to walk across the stage and head out into the real world. It feels like just yesterday that we were experiencing our first graduation back in UPK. Excited to be headed off to kindergarten the next year. This time around, it's a little different. As we prepare to enter into this next chapter of our lives, We will no longer be surrounded by the familiar people who we have grown up with. Now, we will all go off on our own paths, free to live our lives however we want, without a bell dictating our every move. Let's rewind back to the years before we had this strict schedule. Kindergarten, what sent all of our parents into a state of emotional turmoil. The excitement of getting on the bus for the first time, the fear of not finding your teacher on the first day, and the anger of forgetting a pair of sneakers for recess on the playground. As we navigated through the next few years of primary school, our personalities began to shine through, and we formed relationships with some of our closest friends to this day. Finding out what class won the Fork and Spoon Award was one of the highlights of every month, and getting to do the parachute in gym with Mr. Zirkus and Mr. Howcroft was the best activity. Now, on to the intermediate building. Everything was finally starting to speed up. We finally got to switch teachers for math and science classes and do fun things like dissect owl pellets with Mr. Corey. By 6th grade, all we could think about was going over to the big kids building and actually having combinations on our lockers. It's hard to believe that we're now leaving this same building. At that age, graduation seemed so far away and something that couldn't come soon enough. When we made it to 7th grade, we were bottom of the food chain, careful to stay out of the high schoolers' way during passing periods, being sure to keep our heads down. 8th grade, we were all cocky and confident. We leaped ahead both socially and academically. Some of us made it onto JV sports teams, while others hibernated in their rooms. In the end, we were all in the same boat. Little 14-year-olds who wore Nike Swish headbands and tried to grow mustaches, unprepared for the years of high school ahead. I think I speak for all my peers when I say nobody was prepared for the chaos that would ensue March of our freshman year. 2 weeks off from school turned into the rest of the year, and by sophomore year, all of us forgot how to take tests and do homework without taking approximately 5 naps in between. Thanks to our amazing administrators and faculty, we were able to have a somewhat normal year by the time we were juniors. Even though we missed out on one of the most vital periods in a person's high school experience, we made up for it junior and senior year. We got to have an amazing 11th grade year, beginning at homecoming, where we defeated the seniors in Powder Puff, and the entire school came together for the homecoming game. Athletic teams across the board took home sectional titles, and many new clubs were formed. Mr. Bayrossi and Mr. Jancursio created Eagle Time, which turned out to be a blessing and a curse. The term "many eagles, one heart" was coined, cheesy, but something that we will remember for the rest of our lives. At the end of the year, we endured the horror of regions once again, thanks a lot standardized testing. Summer 2022 flew by, and senior year finally rolled around. We tried to soak it all in and find the joy in every moment, but somehow it went by in the blink of an eye. Senior activities were in full swing the entire year, from senior sunrise to painting parking spaces, senior breakfast, Washington, D.C., concluding with ball just 2 short weeks ago. That brings us back to today. Our time at Midlakes has finally come to an end. It has truly been an amazing and wild ride, and I know we will all do wonderful things in life. As we go our separate ways, I just wanted to say, like it or not, this journey beginning in UPK has shaped us for the better for the rest of our lives. Remember to never forget the lessons Midlakes has taught you. Welcome all to the Midlakes Class of 2023 Commencement.
It takes a great deal of dedication to reach the top of any class, but to perform at such a high level while being a member of the Interact Club, NHS, Student Council, Yearbook, co-editor of the Newspaper Club, student director of Mamma Mia, and a member of the varsity volleyball team truly shows the hard work and dedication this individual put forth every day while at Midlakes. Please help me in welcoming our 2023 class salutatorian, Amelia Wilkes.
Good evening, and thank you for having me here today. Before I begin, I would like to address why I am not on stage. One common misconception about these titles is that it implies that those who hold them are extraordinarily intelligent. However, this is simply not the case. We all made it through high school together, so I figured we should all collectively share this moment, celebrating not just my achievements, but taking this moment to appreciate every senior who has made it to this point. That is certainly not something to be overlooked. So I am not going to be on stage talking at you when we all deserve this moment of recognition, whether we are ranked 1st, 2nd, 11th, or 90th. Instead, I'm sitting beside you, speaking on our behalf. These academic honorary titles reflect better on one's work ethic more than anything else. School was never something that came easy for me. I was not born a genius or have a photographic memory, and despite what you're probably thinking, oftentimes I found myself behind my peers, not picking up the material at the same pace others seem to latch onto. Naturally, and partially due to my perfectionism, this drove me crazy. But I knew I could overcome these setbacks if I wanted it bad enough. So it took hours of dedication, determination, hard work, and perseverance to be in the position I am now in. However, I have never felt the need to be recognized. Rather, I wanted to prove to myself more than anyone else that it was possible that I had the ability to go after something I wanted. So the truth is, I have not actually done anything extraordinary. I just set out to prove that we all have the capability to do the extraordinary if we put our minds to it. Whatever you are trying to accomplish may not always come easy. Others may surpass you along your journey. Some may even be naturally gifted. Although this can be discouraging or seen unfair, none of us took these as signs to give up, as we are all sitting here today. Because as long as you have faith in yourself and are willing to outwork everyone standing in your way, you will be unstoppable. So never let a label or grade define you, because you have the power to redefine yourself into whoever you want to be. Now, I would like to take this moment to thank and congratulate my fellow classmates for making it this far, as I am honored to have had the pleasure of growing up and sharing the last 13 years of my life with you. I am beyond grateful for those especially whom I am now able to call friends, and for their love and support. Without you, I would not be speaking here today. I would also like to thank all the teachers, coaches, and faculty who have helped shape our futures. Thank you for not only your wisdom and guidance, but for becoming our role models and mentors along the way. Now, I cannot forget to thank everyone who has helped implement the technology that is able to pull off this speech as I sit silently beside my classmates. It is this very technology that is changing the world. And finally, most importantly, I would like to take this moment to appreciate our parents and all those who have helped raise us. Without them, none of this would be possible. They are the ones who have stuck with us since day one. I would like to thank my mom especially. She has molded me into the person I am today. Her perseverance and dedication to me is a gift I will never be able to repay. So thank you to all the parents who have shown up for us, who may have been providing an on-demand Ubering service, sitting in the bleachers for every game, match, or meet, or simply having been through the trauma of helping us through our math homework. Because at least for me, it has meant the world. It truly is a surreal feeling knowing you're in one of those moments you will remember for the rest of your life. We prepared for this moment since our first day of kindergarten. We have watched this ceremony hundreds of times on our favorite shows and movies growing up. Evidently, we should be ready for this. And to be honest, I thought I was. At least until I started writing this speech. It was then when I realized this is our final goodbye, the season finale. I did not realize how much this place has meant to me. This is the place I met my best friends, the place I discovered my passion for art, a place I have cried, and a place I have laughed. It is hard to believe that we will never walk through these doors as students here again. That by the start of next school year, we will no longer have the chance to catch up with one another in the hallways. There will be no more 6E lunch with my two best friends, no more after-school student council meetings to skip, no more locker room hangouts with our teammates. We have spent so much of our lives here, yet it is those once mundane activities I will come to miss the most. It's funny how all those high school shows and movies would end at graduation. Yes, our childhood and our story here at Midlakes may be ending, but our individual stories will continue on. Our adult lives are just beginning. The only difference now is that we now hold the power to determine what this next season of our lives will look like. I know it can feel daunting not knowing exactly what comes next, but no matter what your next step is, whether it may be going off to college, joining the military, heading into the workforce, or just taking a minute to breathe and figure things out for yourself, we have so much to look forward to. As we begin our journey into adulthood, we will have new characters introduced, unfamiliar settings to explore, conflicts to conquer, and new plots to unfold. These will all come to serve us as we discover who we truly are and what we are capable of in our purpose in life. We are all full of so much potential. I cannot wait to figure out what we have to offer this world. We are the future. It is up to us now to make the best out of whatever this world has to offer. You just have to be brave enough to work for it. I wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations, Midlakes Class of 2023.
The amount of perseverance and dedication it takes to reach the top of your class is immeasurable. But to do so while participating in Student Council, MALO, NHS, Mary Preston Hicks Junior Board, Class Officer, and all while playing basketball, soccer, and indoor track shows the hard work and dedication this individual put forth every day. It is with great pleasure that I welcome our 2023 Class Valedictorian, Cameron Ford.
Good evening, families, faculty, administrators, teachers, and most of all, graduates of the Midlakes class of 2023. I first want to thank those that made it possible for us graduates to be here, walking across this stage today. To the staff, thank you all for working your hardest day in and day out to keep things running smoothly around the school, but especially for your diligence that allowed for the facilitation of this ceremony. We can all appreciate the time and effort it takes to plan an event such as this one. A special thank you to the teachers, each one from pre-K when we were first learning our ABCs, to high school when those ABCs started to enter math problems, and we had to pretend to understand the importance of Shakespeare in English literature. Regardless of the grade level or topic, the knowledge and encouragement that each teacher provided for us is significant, playing a large part in getting us students here today. Administrators, Mr. Bayrossi, Mr. Jean Curcio, and members of the Board of Education. Your dedication to the students and the school is greatly appreciated. The behind-the-scenes work that you all do does not go without notice. We are lucky to have such selfless and respectable personnel leading our district. Lastly, and arguably most important, thank you to the families for guiding, supporting, and encouraging all of us graduates. My family, Mom and Dad especially, I would never be here today without your unwavering support and motivation. The confidence that you have in me is indescribable, and without you, I would never be standing here today. When I realized that I would need to write a speech at commencement, I spent weeks upon weeks trying to brainstorm the perfect thing to say. I sifted through countless ideas and would talk out loud to myself to try and figure out what would sound good in a speech. Not only did I realize that I probably looked strange talking to myself, but it also did not get me any closer to capturing what I wanted to say. I listened to advice from family members, teachers, friends, but nothing seemed to resonate with me. I tried to think of the most motivating and creative piece of advice that I could leave us all with, but I also came up empty-handed. Emphasizing perseverance and telling you all that resilience and dedication will allow you to be successful in life would just be reiterating what we all already know. The journey to graduation day took much dedication and hard work from all of us, which is why we were all able to receive these diplomas and move on to the next step. For me, getting to this position was not an easy feat. It took many late nights of finishing up homework and finalizing essays, and many hours of studying. This year especially, because of my involvement in the New Visions program at BOCES, I was required to find the time to study any and everywhere. A certain instance that comes to mind was during basketball season of this year, when we had a test on the muscles of the body, which filled over 100 flashcards worth of pictures and information. Before our game, Liz, our foreign exchange student from Latvia, who to know her is to love her, helped flip through each card, cheering as loud as possible whenever a muscle was named correctly. This did raise a few eyebrows from parents and other fans in the bleachers, but it was of immense help to me. Although we as students are the ones that have to complete our homework and answer questions on our tests, we are never truly alone in our achievements. It is those who we surround ourselves with, those friends that will happily flip through numerous flashcards and cheer you on while doing it. It is those people who challenge and encourage us, that assist us in our successes. Now, being the one that is given the honor to stand in front of you all as this year's class valedictorian has certainly been a great accomplishment. However, this does not mean I have succeeded, because that to me means much more than a title or a grade on a transcript. These rewards may be great and all, but they are certainly not everything, because I deem success as something not as tangible. Now, I do understand that I'm nowhere near qualified to be handing out life advice, because just like the rest of us, I'm still trying to figure out life myself. Just like any other high school student, I am nowhere near perfect, and being up here does not mean, in any shape or form, that I will be the most successful out of all of us, or that I have everything figured out. There is an abundance of things that I do not know and will learn as I get older, just like the rest of us. However, there is one thing that I can say with absolute certainty. We are nothing in life if not happy. Indeed, that may look different for all of us. Happiness for some may be joining the military and fighting for our country, starting a brand new business and becoming an entrepreneur, becoming a doctor and saving lives, working in a lab for hours on end, or starting a family and being a stay-at-home parent. As far as I'm concerned, all of these things would be a mark of success because they all share that one common theme. Whichever path that you are taken on, whichever school that you attend, whatever job that you acquire, the only thing that matters is if you are happy. So, I encourage all of us to go forward with that in mind, because success is not measured by a certain title, how many houses you can afford, how many fancy cars you drive around, or how much money you have in your bank account. It is measured by something as simple as happiness. Do not settle until you have found that. Thank you.
Would the following students please stand? Samantha Baker, Cassie Cook, Cameron Ford, Mary Givens, Ashley Hayes, Jackson Laird, Grace Murphy, Kendall Ridley, Emma Eubink, and Amelia Wilkes. These students are our top 10 graduates in terms of grade point average. Very impressive. Please remain standing. Would the following students please join the top 10? Ethan Bond, Ashley Coates, Liza Cottrell, Navu Dor, Hannah Godkin, Olivia Hannix, Emma Hyde, David Jankowski, Keatley Krenzer, Nathan Laird, Louise Liu, Kate Mahoney, Pete Muller, Kayla Nurse, Catherine Peacock, Zach Roselle, Gabe Van Damme, Kaylee Walker, Caitlin Wilkes, and Hannah Wise. Collectively, these are our honor graduates of 2023, which means they are all graduating with a cumulative grade point average of above 90. Thank you all for excelling. You may be seated. I would like to ask Ethan Ruggles, Gabe Brack, and Miguel Merced to please stand. These fine young men have committed to protect our country through the armed services. Ethan in the Navy, Gabe and Miguel in the Marines. But before we recognize these students for their commitment, I would like to ask anyone in the audience who is currently or has served in the military to please stand as well. Thank you all for your service. If you are a member of the National Technical Honor Society, please stand. Members of the French National Honor Society, please stand up. I also invite the Midlakes National Honor Society to please stand. I was going to say a round of applause for this prestigious distinction, but you guys beat me to it. Congratulations. If you already earned a college credit through Gemini, MCC, Syracuse University, or other programs, please stand up now. Nicely done, maximizing opportunities while in high school. Some of these students are leaving with upwards of 30 college credits already. This is one of my favorite parts of the evening. We get to give away some money right now. I will give you the total amount after we've given it all away. Because we're inside, because it's a little bit different, I will go over the directions with the students again. I'm going to call 10 students up at a time. They're going to come up on this carpet up here and line up, and then I will call students individually over to receive their award. So the first students that I'd like to come up to the carpet is Natalia Tracy, Pierce Van Meter, Carissa Brooks, Ashley Coates, Nora Freer, Hannah Klusik, Kyle Richards, Hannah Wise, Peter Mueller, and Nathan Laird. Now we'll call students over individually and say the award, and if there's a dollar amount that goes with it, I will describe that as well. Our first recipient this year is Natalia Tracy with the Triple C Award. Our next award recipient is Pierce Van Meter. Pierce is getting the Phelps Mercantile Award for $50. Carissa Brooks is getting the Patricia Manji Brown Memorial Award for $100. Ashley Coates is getting the Terry Susan Rockefeller Memorial Award for $100. Nora Freer is getting the Phelps Volunteer Fire Department Award for $100. Hannah Klusik is getting the PCS Employees Association Award, $100. Kyle Richards is getting the Phelps Lion Club Community Service Award, $100. Peter Mueller is getting the Charles McCumber Community Service Award, $100, and the MHS Senior Scholarship Award for $50. Got it. Hannah Wise is getting the Patricia Manji Brown Memorial Award for $100. Nathan Laird, there's a couple, is getting the MHS High School Achiever Award for 1 year popular science, the Instrumental Music Merit Award for $75, and the Phelps Lions Club Community Service Award for $100. All right, the next people I would like to come up, please hold your applause so they can hear their names. Ashley Hayes, Olivia Wellman, Kobe Belknap, Josh Newton, Kayla Nurse, Isabella Herendine, Abigail Spence, Emma Eubink, Jacob Freer, and Jackson Laird. Please come up to the carpet. Ashley Hayes is getting the Little John and Barbie Orthodontics Positive Attitude Award for $200. Olivia Wellman, there's a couple, so let me finish, is getting the Charles McCummer Community Service Award for $100 and the Terry Susan Rockefeller Memorial Award for $100. Kobe Belknap is getting the Mary Lally Memorial Award for $250. Josh Newton is getting a couple. The Phelps Lion Club Community Service Award for $100 and the Phelps Volunteer Fire Department Award for $200. Kayla Nurse is getting the Midlakes Yearbook Editorial Scholarship for $50 and the Terry Susan Rockefeller Memorial Award for $350. Abigail Spence is getting the Charles McCummer Community Service Award for $100, the Ontario County Agricultural Citizenship Scholarship for $500. Isabella Herendine is getting the Sean Middlebrook Music Memorial Scholarship for $500. Emma Eubink is getting the Art Award for $250 and the Clifton Springs Chamber Robert Broden Scholarship for $500. The lists are starting to get longer, so bear with me. Jacob Freer is getting the Phelps Ambulance Award for $200, the Phelps Chamber of Commerce Scholarship for $500, and the PCS Employee Association Award for $100 for a total of $700. Jackson Laird is getting the Buckhorn Sportsman Club Scholarship for $500, the MHS High Achiever in Science Award, which is a year of popular science, the Instrumental Music Merit Award for $75, and the Sealy B. Parrish American Legion Award for $250 for $825. The next students I would like to come to the carpet is Carter Masline, David Jankowski, Kendall Ridley, Caitlin Wilkes, Alexis Lolis, Kaylee Walker, Hannah Godkin, Navu Dor, Tyler Lantrip, and Amelia Wilkes. Carter Masline is getting the Harold Ford Memorial Award for $300, the Instrumental Music Merit Award for $75, the Dylan S. Parmalee Memorial Award for $300, the W.M. Riley Memorial Award for $100, and the Theater Experience Memorial Award for $100 for $875. David Jankowski is getting the Theater S. Smith Award for $1,000. Kendall Ridley is getting the Grove A. Nagel Scholarship for $1,000 and the MHS High Achiever Award in Science, which is 1 year of popular science. Caitlin Wilkes, is getting the Delta Kappa Gamma Pi New York State Omega Chapter Award for $1,000, and the Karen Motrin Lepresi and Mickey Lepresi Memorial Award for $100 for a total of $1,100. Alexis Lolis is getting the Barbara Tillman Nursing Scholarship for $1,000 and the Robert V. Sprague Commencement Award for $150 for a total of $1,150. Kaylee Walker is getting the Canandaigua National Fleece Goodsill Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Art Award for $250, and the Community Bank NA Financial Services Award for $100 for a total of $1,350. Hannah Gotkin is getting the Heather S. Allen Memorial Award for $1,000, the Clifton Springs Grange 1042 Award for $50, the Port Gibson Fire Department Award for $500, for a total of $1,550. Now, Vudor is getting the Clifton Springs Hospital Scholarship for $500, the Sealy B. Parish American Legion Auxiliary Post 457 Award for $1,000, the Professional Women of the Finger Lakes Award for $1,500, and the MHS Activity Letter and Service Bars and the Warwick Memorial Dental Award for a total of $2,200. Tyler Lantrip is getting the FLX Home Solutions Scholarship for the trades, $1,000, the Dan Ferens Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, and the Phelps Ambulance Award for $100 for a total of $2,100. Amelia Wilkes is getting the New York State Academics Excellence Scholarship, which is $500 a year for 4 years, the Salutatorian Award, the Lehigh Valley Snow Riders Award for $500, and the Sealy B. Parish American Legion Award for $250, all totaling $2,750. The next group of students: Jennifer Arachi, Olivia Hannix, Cassie Cook, Louise Liu, Grace Murphy, Savannah Thomas, Catherine Peacock, Jameson Martin, Hannah Wise, and Samantha Baker. White, sorry. Hannah White. Where did I get Wise from? Yeah. All right. First one, Jennifer Arachi. She's getting the Canandaigua National Fleece Goodsill Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Sealy B. Parish Post 457 Phelps American Legion Scholarship for $2,000 for a total of $3,000. Olivia Hannix. She is receiving the Robert and Marilyn Byrd Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Sealy B. Parish Post 457 Phelps American Legion Scholarship for $2,000, MHS Activity Letter and Service Bars, the Midlakes Yearbook Editorial Scholarship for $50, the Robert V. Sprague Commencement Award for $150 for a total of $3,200. Cassie Cook is getting the Sons of the American Legion Squadron Post 457 Phelps Heath McMillan Scholarship for $1,000, the Canandaigua National Fleece Goodsill Memorial Award for $1,000, the Midlakes Rotary Interact Club Service Above Self Award for $1,000, the Andrew and Angelina Bartuca Memorial Scholarship for $750, the Zonta Club of Geneva Young Women Scholarship for $500, for a total of $4,250. I'm sure you guys have noticed there's a trend with the way I'm reading these. Louise Liu. She is getting the Sealy B. Parrish Post 457 American Legion Scholarship for $2,000, the Professional Women of the Finger Lakes for $1,500, the F.F. Thompson Guild Scholarship for $2,000, and the MHS Senior Scholarship for $50, for a total of $4,550. Grace Murphy is receiving the Heather Allen Memorial Award for $1,000, the Dr. Richard Garnish Memorial Scholarship for $1,500, the New York State Academics Excellence Scholarship for $500 a year for 4 years, and the Mary Schneider Memorial Award for $300, for a total of $4,800. Savannah Thomas. She is getting the Happiness House Elizabeth J. Amidon Memorial Award for $50, the PCS Leadership Team Scholarship for $500, the SAGE Scholarship for $750, the Beth Spafford Dodge Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the William Dodge Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, Canandaigua National Bank Flace Goodsell Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Sealy B. Parrish American Legion Auxiliary Post 457 Award for $1,000, for a total of $5,300. Catherine Peacock is getting the Chad Papert Memorial Scholarship for $500 and the Ida M. Lindquist Memorial Scholarship for $5,000, for a total of $5,500. Jamison Martin is getting the Triple C Award, which is a certificate, and the G.W. List Company Award for $8,000. Hannah White. She is getting the Charles and Alice Rowland Scholarship for $1,019 and the Catherine McAniff Memorial Scholarship for $8,000, for a total of $9,019. Samantha Baker. She's getting the Instrumental Music Merit Award for $75, the Art Achievement Award for $125, the Wayne Finger Lakes Chapter School Facilities Association Scholarship for $1,000, and the G.W. Lisk Engineering Award for $9,000, for a total of $10,200. Thank you. You may go back. Three more people. Can I have Mary Givens, Cameron Ford, and Kate Mahoney please come up front? Mary Givens. She's getting the New York State Comptroller Award, which is her certificate, the MHS Activity Letter in Bars, the Mary Preston Hicks and Ralph T. Preston Scholarship for $1,000, the PCS Faculty Association Scholarship for $1,000, the PEO Chapter CQ Canandaigua and Helen Newman Gardner Scholarship for $2,500, the Sealy B. Parrish Post 457 Phelps American Legion Scholarship for $2,000, the New York State Academic Excellence Scholarship for $500 for 4 years, the John E. Lovelace Memorial Rotary Club Scholarship for $2,000, and the Garnish Memorial Foundation Scholarship for $1,500 for a total of $12,000. Cameron Ford is getting the Valedictorian Award, the Garoga Sincerity Lodge F and M Award for $200, the Mary Preston Hicks and Ralph T. Preston Scholarship for $1,000, the Sealy B. Parrish and Post 457 American Legion Scholarship for $2,000, the New York State Academic Excellence Scholarship, which is $1,500 for 4 years, and the Gertrude Bates Memorial Award for $8,000, for a total of $17,200. Last but not least, Kate Mahoney. She's getting the Zion Club of Geneva Young Women Public Affiliation Scholarship for $500, the Professional Women of the Finger Lakes Scholarship for $1,500, the Sealy B. Parrish Post 457 Phelps American Legion Scholarship for $2,000, and the Mary Hicks Preston and Ralph T. Preston Scholarship for $20,000, for a total of $24,000. I'll tell you the amount in a minute. Those awards are all great, but the most prestigious award of the night is the one that I wait to give away at the very end. It's the Principal's Award. It takes a lot to get the Principal's Award. Every year I pick one student that I think has overcome great odds or done great things while they've been here in the building. And the student that I selected this year, I won't go into a deep story, but in my opinion, since I've been in education, has overcome more than any student I've ever seen. I am impressed by this young lady and what she has accomplished and what she has done to date, and I am excited and looking forward to seeing where her future goes. This year's recipient of the Principal's Award is Natalia Tracy. So this is always one of the most impressive things to me for our graduation. Now, when I say we're giving away money, and some of you have been to our awards assemblies where you're giving away an opportunity for scholarship money, we're giving away checks today. We gave away money. All those envelopes have money in them. We just gave away $131,694. Now you get to listen to me for a little bit. This is a time to celebrate, respect, appreciate, and honor the many accomplishments, priceless knowledge, and valuable experiences you have gained during your 4 years at Midlakes High School. But before I go on, I think it fitting that this graduating class takes a minute to thank those who made it possible for you to be here today. Without the support of your parents and family, this day would not have been possible. With the class of 2023, please stand and give a sincere round of applause to those responsible for your success. Thank you. At the end of each year, I sit down and reflect on how successful we were in our endeavors. As I was sitting and reflecting this year, a strange thought occurred to me. I'm in a profession where I get older each year, but my clientele stays the same age. It is because of this odd circumstance that I try and stay current on pop culture so I can relate to my students on their level. As I research the inner workings of the teen culture, I try to adapt and integrate new trends into my daily life. So as a lifelong learner, I have to do this. I will Insta and snap that out after the ceremony and maybe make a TikTok. Today, this auditorium is packed full of dreams. Walking across the stage, moving out, going off to college, joining the military, finding employment, and no longer asking to borrow money. These are, of course, your parents' dreams. It's hard to believe that only 6 years ago, I met this class for the first time. You have proven yourselves time and again to be not only an incredible class, but exceptional young men and women as well. So, as I sat down to write this speech, I thought about how much I have watched this class change and grow over the last 6 years, and what piece of advice I wanted to leave you. In the past, I've told stories of my own childhood, but felt this year an experience I had would be the best way to impart some sound advice to this wonderful class. Each year, in the month of May, Midlakes holds its Graduates of Distinction induction. Just like our Sports Hall of Fame, the Graduates of Distinction is a hall of fame for graduates of Midlakes who have gone on to do great things. The particular year I am thinking of, we had 4 inductees: a lifelong teacher, the CFO of a multi-billion-dollar company, a doctor who had created procedures that were used all over the world, and a venture capitalist who had done over $815 million of business. 2 of the inductees were able to come into our school and speak with the interested students. I was thoroughly impressed with their willingness to give of their time and expertise, but that is not what impressed me the most. It wasn't their many awards or amount of money they had accumulated or their intelligence. It was the message they each individually delivered to the families, friends, and students who were in attendance. They each individually spoke about following your passion and taking risks. They talked about not being complacent and making the most out of life. They talked about how growing up in a small community centered them and helped them realize the importance of education. But the central message they all presented was not to be afraid to fail. They all said that to try and not succeed is part of the process. It's not whether you succeed, but what you do when you don't. The most successful people in our society are those that are not afraid to take risks and possibly fail. And I have some examples. Steven Spielberg was rejected twice by the University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts. Thomas Edison was told by his teachers he was too slow to learn anything. Walt Disney was told by the editor of the newspaper he worked for that he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Albert Einstein didn't start speaking until he was 4, didn't read until he was 7, and was thought to be mentally handicapped. Michael Jordan was cut by his high school basketball coach. MJ famously said, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, I've been entrusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So as you can probably guess, the point of my message this evening to the graduates of 2023 is take risks, follow your passion, and don't be afraid to fail. In the end, it will make you stronger. I am confident that sitting on this stage today are multiple future Midlake graduates of distinction inductees. I would like to say one last thing to the Midlakes class of 2023, parents, staff, community members that are here tonight. I've spent the last 9 years in this wonderful place, a place where the entire staff is fully dedicated to the success of each and every student. In my long career, I have had the opportunity to work in a variety of school districts. And this is the first place where I have been able to watch a school and community wrap their arms around every student and be fully invested in their success. As I step away from Midlakes, I would like to thank the Midlake graduates, students, parents, staff, and community members for allowing me the honor and privilege to have been a small part of this very special place and the Midlakes family. As always, many Eagles, one heart. To the Midlakes High School graduating class of 2023, I wish you much success, good health, and happiness. Thank you for making Midlakes very, very proud. And now the moment you have all been anxiously waiting for, the presentations of diplomas. Assistant Principal Mr. Jean Curcio will read the names of our graduating seniors.
Okay. I think they're ready. Aren't they ready? I think they're ready. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Cameron Mabel Ford. You can clap. Go ahead. Shake hands. Shake hands. Remember to pause. Mary Catherine Givens. Grace Catherine Murphy. Peter James Muller. Nathan Carter Laird. Jackson Riley Laird. Ethan Ryan Bond. Jan Westphalen. Pierce Van Meter. Kayla Nurse. Amelia Wilkes. Navu C. Dorr. Olivia Hannix. Carissa Hope Brooks. Carter Masline. Keatley Krenzer. Ethan Ruggles. Kyle Richards. Aiden Cooper. Carson House. Kendall Rose Ridley. Cameron May Walker. Emma Jane Eubink. All right, I'm going to try. Here we go. Elizabeth Christine Karilka. Jacob Allen Freer. Ashley Madison Coates. Emma Marie Hyde. Autumn Rose Ann Walsh. Samantha Hazel Shoemaker. Lexus Gedney. Kobe Belknap. Cassie Cook. Jennifer Arachi. Olivia Rose Wellman. Hannah Irene Wise. Alexis Ann Lolis. Owen Michael Jin Guest. Carter James Baylord Maggi. John DeBoover. Riley Hares. Kyle Sheffield. Gabrielle Van Damme. Brian Thomas Cauvel. Noah Faye Freer. He came ready. Zachary Michael Roselle. Jack DeJong. Tyler Brody Lantrip. Louise Yudian Liu. Samantha Noel Baker. Frankie Cottrill. Ashley Hayes. Arson Ocasio. Trinity Traster. It's not a good start for our new superintendent. Tyler McCarrick. Caitlin Wilkes. Nathan Richard Labor. That's two. All right. Jamison Clear Martin. Mason Harrington. Gracie Elizabeth Brucker. Get your picture. Amber Lynn Vandermally. Joey Allen Waters. Israel Acevedo Resendez. Jonathan Quaid. Aiden Jonathan Groling. Dylan Scott Mattoon. Marina Cruz. Sarah E. Brown. David McGovern Jankowski. Josh Newton.
Congratulations, buddy.
Abigail Catherine Spence. George Thomas Laird. Kaylee Atkinson. Miguel Alexander Merced. Carl Yantz. Michael Jacob Hilburn. Manny Mand. Sadie Atkinson. Savannah Mary Thomas. Gabriel Alexander Allen. Patrick Allen Lloyd Romreel Jr.
Congratulations, Pat.
Lisbeth Moreno. Sora Saunders.
Yes.
Angelina Susan Adorno. Dylan Rowland. Ariana Mickelson. Levi Rockefeller. Christopher Davies. MJ Johnston. Chloe B. Bump. Jasmine Kent. Ernie Lewis Bowden.
Congratulations, buddy.
Aiden Joshua Budd. Ricky Jonathan Betances.
Congratulations.
Hannah White.
Congratulations.
Hannah Klusek.
That must be Garrett.
Isabella Herendine.
Congratulations.
Hannah Godkin. Owen Wild.
Congratulations.
Bianca DiBernardo. Natalia Angelina Tracy. Jeremiah Russell Young, Jr.
Congrats, Sean.
Gabriel Porter Brack. Noah Edward Horning. Kaylee Lynn Walker.
Congrats.
Jared Lloyd Brownell. Mason J. Desane. Oh, God. Bro, are you all right? Kaya Lee, oh my God, I got to finish. Kaya Lee Middlebrook. Catherine Helena Peacock. Thank you. Kate McKenna Mahoney. Andrew D. Parrish.
Congratulations.
He's very eager. Daniel Peter Spruill.
Please help me in welcoming to the podium for the first time, Mr. Nick Ganster, Superintendent, to make the official presentation of the class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Bayrossi. Before I would start, I would like to double down on the thank you that was sent by Mr. Bayrossi earlier tonight. Thank you to Mrs. Hannix, the class advisor, Mrs. Hart, and Mr. Knapp, our senior class co-advisors, Mrs. Ogola Adams, the high school secretary, our buildings and grounds crew, and of course, our secondary school administrative team, Mrs. Van Lincoln, Mr. Giancurcio, and Mr. Bayrossi. All of these people, as said before, have put forth a great deal of effort into making tonight possible. I would also like to thank the parents, families, and friends, and our graduates for being so great tonight. So a round of applause for everybody. So at this point, I fully realize that I'm the only thing standing in between the class of 2023 and their official transition from high school students to a distinguished member of that quote-unquote real world that the adults like to so fondly speak of. I also know that I'm standing in between our graduates, their families, a ton of photographs, I don't know, maybe some gritties or whatever that is, things of that nature. There's also, the lights are on outside on the field. Before we made the decision to bring the ceremony indoors, the field was 99% painted, so we finished the paint off, so families and the grads are welcome to go out there and have some pictures taken with the field all painted up with the class of 2023. Excuse me. In addition, the fireworks are still on for 10 p.m., so we're happy about that. All right, so I want to talk to you about what makes me proud, but not as a superintendent, what makes me proud as a parent. And I'm going to use a little story about my 9-year-old daughter, Grace. So back in February, she comes to my wife, Jen, and I, and she says, "Mom, Dad, I think I want to play softball." And she's more of the artsy kind of kid, and she hasn't spent a lot of time with a baseball mitt or a softball bat or a softball. So we were really surprised, but we're like, oh, okay, let's try new things. So we sign her up. So flash forward to practice. She's got to learn all these new skills. She has to learn how to hold a bat, swing a bat, catch the ball, throw the ball, and all that good stuff, and even what to do with the ball if it's hit to you, which is super confusing to young people because baseball is actually pretty confusing. So that being said, what was great is that she never lost interest, and I'm pretty sure that she struggled in those early times. So it took her a while to just get those basic skills. But here's the key on that. She never gave up. When the season started, she would come up to bat and she would strike out. Or she would have to use the tee after 4 balls. When she was on base, she didn't, like I said, know what to do with the ball. When she was playing in the field and the ball actually came her way, she just was a little confused, but that's okay because it's learning. But over time, with experience and gaining knowledge of the game, her skills improved, but hitting the ball continued to be a challenge. So on Father's Day, we were out at my in-laws, and she asked, "Hey, Mom and Dad, can you throw some pitches?" So my wife and I went out there. We must have thrown between the two of us about 100 pitches, and maybe she connected with 10 of them. all right? So, there's room for improvement there, but we were proud of her because she stuck with it. Now, she did that because her last game was coming up, and she really wanted to hit the ball without having to use the tee. So, we're at the last game. She comes up to the plate. First ball, strike. Second ball, strike. Third ball, strike. She strikes out. She has to walk down to the dugout, a little dejected, a little upset, but she sits down. Her second at-bat, first ball, or first pitch, I should say, strike. Second ball, she gets a hit, all right? It was amazing. So she gets to run to first base. She's safe. She's on base. It's amazing. So we're proud of her in that moment. Then, after that half of the inning closed, they went out in the field, and she was playing third base, and there was a pop fly, and she actually caught it. And we're like, oh my gosh, she just caught a fly ball. I can't believe that. So behind those two fleeting moments that, my wife and I experienced a lot of joy in, it wasn't those moments. It was actually the work. It was actually what she did to continue to work hard, continue to get up and go to the plate, and continue to swing the bat. And, she tasted some failure along the way, but there was incremental success. So I was really proud of her in those moments. So what makes me proud as a parent? It's not winning, although that does feel good. It's the hard work. It's not giving up, even when things get difficult. It's persevering in the face of failure. So class of 2023, you're headed out into the real world, and you're navigating a world that is much different than it was even 10 years ago. You're going to come up against challenges, and some of those challenges, you might hit them head on, and you might have success immediately. But other challenges might be more significant for you, and you might taste some failure in that, but that's okay, as Mr. Bay Rossi pointed out. Failure is the best teacher. You get back up, and you do it again. You get back up, and you do it again until you get it right. So what makes us proud as parents, and I'm talking to the graduating seniors, what makes us proud as parents is when you don't give up. It's when you keep after it. It's not really the outcomes, it's how you got there. That's what makes us proud. So keep that in mind when you're experiencing challenges in your next phase of life. So I'm going to certify you in this moment. So don't forget, after this moment, you're going to be alumni, and you're going to enter the real world. And don't forget, dust yourself off, get back to the plate, and swing the bat. So, class of 2023, would you please rise? By the authority of the Board of Education and the University of the State of New York, I declare you graduates of the Phelps-Clifton Springs Central School District. I would like to present to you the graduating class of 2023. What do I do now? Okay. Do we go first or last? Do we go first or last?
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go.